Landing. The engine hums like a dying breath, dragging steel across what's left. No station sign, no final call, just empty tracks and nothing at all. The headlights cut through dust and air, but there ain't no destination there. And every mile that disappears just echoes back through all these years. I bought a ticket I didn't need, paid in regret and silent greed. The conductor didn't ask my name, like it wouldn't matter all the same. The seats are warm, the windows cracked, like time itself can't double back. And every face I try to see turns away slowly from me. The train don't stop, it don't slow down, it don't care who's lost or found. And every track it rides along feels like somewhere I went wrong. No map to read, no path to trace, just movement without a place. And every breath I try to take feels like a quiet, slow mistake. This is the last ride to nowhere tonight. No end in sight, no wrong or right, just endless motion, cold and bare, going somewhere that ain't there. Oh, I tried to turn, I tried to stand, but nothing moves at my command. And every mile I can't ignore feels like I've written this before. The whistle cries but no one hears. It cuts through silence, not through ears, like it's calling something lost that vanished long before the cost. A suitcase sits beside my feet, filled with things I couldn't keep. Every letter, every name, just fragments that won't stay the same. I catch my face in passing glass, blurred like a fading past. And for a second I can tell I don't know me that well. The wheels don't rest, they only grind against the rails inside my mind. And every thought I try to send just circles back again. This is the last ride to nowhere tonight. No end in sight, no wrong or right, just endless motion, cold and bare, going somewhere that ain't there. Oh, I tried to turn, I tried to stand, but nothing moves at my command. And every mile I can't ignore feels like I've written this before. I walk the aisle, no doors to find, just empty rows and fading signs. No exit sign, no light ahead, just something pulling me instead. The conductor stands at the far end, not phone, not guide, not even friend. He tips his hat but doesn't speak, like answers are too weak to seek. And in that stillness, cold and drawn, I realize what I've been on. Not a train, not rails, not steel, but something I can't quite reveal. line I can't uncross. So I tried to leave, I tried to flee, but the ride is part of me, and every mile I thought I knew just fades into a darker view. Now I don't fight, I don't pretend, I ride this line that doesn't end. No past to claim, no truth to swear, just motion going nowhere. And if you ever hear that sound, steel on rails with no town around, don't climb it, boy, don't take the fare, or you'll be riding nowhere. The engine fades, the tracks run thin, but something keeps me locked within, and I remain where echoes pour on the last ride to nowhere. Your churchyard gate scream in the night, rusted chains rattle in the pale moonlight. Every ghost has a story to defend, every wound we carry never truly mends. Crosses standing in the midnight wind, silent witnesses of blood and sin. Crosses standing in the midnight wind, guiding souls that will never rise again. Crosses standing in the midnight wind, where prayers far quiet and hope runs thin. The dead still whisper where the dark begins. Back, crosses standing, the engine hums like a die. The room's quiet, walls too close, like they were counting what I chose. No ticking clock, no warning tone, just silence turning into stone. And in that stillness, cold and thin, I slip beside my sins. I lay them out like things I know, not monsters dressed in dark or woe, just shapes I learned to call my own, in places I've outgrown. They didn't speak, they didn't move, but somehow still had things to prove. Like every breath I tried to take was one more thing they'd break. The ceiling stared, the bed went cold, like it was part of what they told. And every thought I couldn't fight just stayed there through the night. No dream could come, no peace could stay, they never really went away. Every time I close my eyes, they learn new ways to rise. I slept beside my sins at night again, like they were long lost friends. No line between, no place to hide, just everything I can deny. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to flee, but they were lying next to me, and every breath I try to keep still drifts into their sleep. One whisper things I never said, one echo thoughts inside my head, and one just watched me lying still, like waiting for its will. The dark don't judge, it only shows what already inward grows. And in that room I understood they never left for good. The walls leaned in, the night night grew wide, like everything had turned inside. The mattress held what I became, like it remembered every shame, and every second passing through belonged more to them than you. I slept beside my sins for me to see, and they never let me be. No waking up, no place to run, just everything I've done. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to pray, but they stayed anyway. And every breath I try to find still carries what they buy. Now every night feels just the same, no comfort left in calling names, just shadows folded in the seam of everything I dream. And I don't know if they are mine or something I just couldn't define, but either way they stay close in. Whenever sleep begins, they don't leave marks, they don't leave scars, just silent wars behind the stars. It ain't the bed, it ain't the night, it's everything we call outright. Every truth we try to spin still sleeps beside our sin, and sins don't vanish when we rest. They settle in our chest till everything we try to hide still lies on every side. I slept beside my sins until I knew they were part of what I do. No clean escape, no place to flee, just what they made of me. Oh, I tried to leave, I tried to stay, but they never went away. And every breath I try to keep still sleeps inside my sleep. Now I don't fight them when I lie, I let them drift beneath the sky. No truth to fix, no past to bend, just something that won't end. And if you ever feel that chill when nothing moves but something will, don't close your eyes, don't let them in, or you'll sleep beside your sin. Then the night moves on, the room runs thin, but something never leaves within, and I remain where silence spins, still sleeping beside my sins. Like it knew what ends the night. No thunder, no last warning sound, just silence settling all around. The lamp flickered low and thin, and my shadow moved before my skin. I swear I stood there calm and slow, with every thought I know, but something darker at my feet was not quite bound to my heartbeat. It stretched and bent the wrong direction, like it had formed its own intention. And every move I tried to make, it made before something else had been sent to occupy what I believed was something I could not retrieve. The sound came fast, but not from there, like it had always been laid there. And in the silence after flame, I wasn't sure who to blame. The shadow stood a little wide, like it had nowhere left to hide. And for a second I could tell it knew me better than myself. The floorboards creaked, but not from weight, but something choosing its own fate. And every breath I try to keep just sinks into something deep. My shadow pulled the trigger in my name, and nothing ever felt the same. No alibi, no place to flee, just what it did instead of me. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to stay, but it had already made its way. And every thought I can't unwind still echoes from behind. I reached for it, but nothing touched, like I had never been that much. Just outline drawn in fading light, detached from wrong and right. It stepped ahead without a sound, no chain, no tether to the ground. And every piece of me I knew was moving somewhere I can't view. The shadow turned and looked at me like it was finally set free. And in that glance I understood it never meant for good. It ain't the hand, it ain't the gun, it's every line we try to run. Every darkness we ignore still finds a way to settle score. And shadows don't just copy light, sometimes they learn to choose the night, till everything you thought was real becomes the thing you can't unfeel. My shadow pulled the trigger, left me bare, and I was never really there. No truth to save, no place to hide, just something walking on the other side. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to scream, but it moved like part of me. And every breath I try to fight still isn't mine. Now I don't stand beneath the light, I keep the corners out of sight. No past to claim, no truth to give, just something that I let live. And if you ever see your shape moving ways you never made, don't trust the dark, don't trust the glow, or you'll lose who you think you know. The light grows dim, the room grows thin, but something else is still within. And I remain where echoes flicker from my shadow pulling the trigger. There's a street that looks like any, with the lights all burning low. Not a sound to raise suspicion, not a thing you wouldn't know. And the air don't feel much different, just a little hard to breathe, like the ground is holding secrets no one's willing to release. Just past midnight, no one asked me where I'd been, just a glance that held too steady, like they'd seen it all before then. Every door was slightly open, but no voices carried through, just a silence that felt shared, like it belonged to more than you. There's no mark upon the surface, no sign posted on the wall, but the way they move don't belong. The windows show kinda normal, meals half-eaten, lights still on. But there's something in the stillness, like the meaning's almost gone. No one speaks of what they carry, no one dares to name the weight, but it lingers in the quiet, like it's learned to tolerate. I sat down in a corner, tried to listen, tried to hear, but the silence had a language that was clearer than the fear. No truth to tell, no lie to break, just something everyone will take. And every breath I try to keep feels like it's running just as deep. It's a town full of sinners tonight, no end in dark, no end in light. You can walk the streets and never see what's underneath the symmetry. Oh, I turned, I tried to deny that I could ever be like they, but every step I tried to claim just echoed back the same. I looked into a passing window, caught a figure standing still. For a second I didn't know it, then I felt it in my will. No mark to set me different, no sign I could defend, just the weight of recognition, like I'd always been one of them. And in that quiet, cold reflection, with no distance left to draw, I stopped trying to separate it and felt it as my own. It ain't a place that makes you fall, it's what you share beneath it all. Every truth you choose to bear finds a way to fit right in, and sinners don't stand out in lines, they blend into the same design. So every step you think is free might match the town you came to see. It's a town and now I understand, it was never just the land. No matter how I tried to leave, it's something I can't unsee. Oh, I stayed, I didn't run, saw myself in everyone, and every line I tried to draw was already what I saw. Now the street looks just like always, nothing changed, nothing new, but the silence feels connected in a way I can't undo. And if you ever find a place where nothing feels out of place, don't assume that means it's clean. It might just mean it's all the same. The soil was soft, too soft to trust, like it remembered what it must. No rain, no wind, no reason why, just earth that wouldn't testify. And in the stillness, sharp and thin, I saw a grave with my fingerprints in. I never dug with tools of steel, but somehow dirt began to peel, like it was waiting for my hand to finally understand. No I couldn't hide. The ground didn't fight, it didn't scream. It just unraveled like a dream. And every layer coming through felt like it already knew. My hands were shaking, not from fear, but from the fact that I was here. And every breath I tried to keep just fell into something deep. There's a grave with my fingerprints tonight, etched beneath the fading light. No name to call, no soul to save, just me carved into the grave. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to flee, but it kept pulling back to me. And every step I tried to take still shapes the dirt I break. A broken shovel lay nearby, like it had watched me pass it by. But I don't remember use of steel, just something I could almost feel. The air was thick with buried time, like consequence had drawn a line. And everything I tried to deny was staring back without a light. Nobody there, no final face, just empty earth and hollow space. And yet I knew without a doubt what this was all about. The wind don't speak, but still it knows where every hidden action goes. And every truth I try to bend, just wait for me at the end. There's a grave with my fingerprints I see, and it's been waiting there for me. No alibi, no place to hide, just what I've buried deep inside. Oh, I tried to leave, I tried to stay, but nothing ever fades away. And every breath I cannot live still digs what I can't forgive. I knelt down where the earth gave in, like it had always known my sin. Not spoken loud, not carved in stone, but something I had always known. The grave wasn't death, it wasn't end, it was the shape of what we've been. Every truth we choose to spare leaves its fingerprints down there. And in that moment, cold and clear, I understood why I was here. Not as judge or victim, but as the hand that sealed it shut. It ain't the grave, it ain't the dirt, it's every silence that still hurts. Every moment left alive becomes the ground we can't deny. And fingerprints don't wash away, they stay in earth, they stay in clay, till everything we try to hide still shows the truth you can't divide. There's a grave with my fingerprints for me, and it's the only thing I see. And no turning back, no final plea, just what I've done becoming me. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to pray, but the grave would not decay. And every breath I tried to keep still belongs 6 feet deep. Now I don't dig, I don't pretend, I stand where everything must end. No past to fix, no truth to mend, just earth I cannot transcend. And then if you ever feel that place where sorrow remembers trace. Don't touch the ground, don't look to in, or you'll find your fingerprints within. The wind moves on, the night runs thin, but something never wears off skin. And I remain where shadows print, in a grave with my fingerprints. The wind screams loud like the wounded cry, but I ain't stopping till the day I die. I'm a dead man riding through the smoke, through the fire where the angels. Singing through the trees, the ghosts of old Tennessee. Every river knows their names, every mountain hides their pain. The Cumberland runs dark tonight, reflecting pale and dying light. The forest breeze beneath the storm, where restless souls forever mourn. Through broken hollows and forgotten minds, the shadows linger beyond time. Oh, blood still stains the rocky ground, where mercy never could be found. The wind begins to call again, like voices rising from the that follows me. There's an old church on a mountain ridge, standing guard above the mist. Its bell hasn't rung for many years, yet echoes still fill my ears. I hear coal miners deep below, swinging picks where cold winds blow. I hear soldiers from another age, still trapped within their final rage. Mothers crying by cabin doors, waiting for sons who came no more. Every valley keeps the sound of hearts that never left this ground. The thunder rolls across the hills, and every memory wakes and chills. Ghosts of Tennessee, stay with me, like old songs carried by the breeze. Ghosts of Tennessee, I still hear your voices calling through the years. Ghosts of Tennessee, black as night, lost beneath the pale moonlight. Ghosts of Tennessee, set me free father knew, and his father too. Dust and bones, blood and truth. The mountains watched us come and go. Generation after generation, the land remembers, even when people don't. And somewhere beneath these ancient hills, the dead are still singing. Shadows long and wide, the forest seemed to come alive, with eyes glowing in the night. I felt cold hands upon my skin, like old spirits pulling me in. Not with anger, not with hate, but with the weight of forgotten faith. And the mountain wind began to cry, like 1,000 souls passing by. Every voice became one sound, shaking the heavens and the ground. The river remembers, the mountains remember, the forests remember, the dead remember. Ghosts of Tennessee, stay with me, like old songs carried by the breeze. Ghosts of Tennessee, I still hear your voices calling through the years. Ghosts of Tennessee, black as night, lost beneath the pale moonlight. Ghosts of Tennessee, set me free from the curse that follows me. Still beyond the river, beyond the hills, beyond the years, the ghosts of Tennessee never truly leave. The steeple cracked against the sky, like it forgot how to die. And every bell that used to ring just hung there deaf and suffering. The wood gave way, the hen went wrong, and the night turned into smoke and song. Candles line the altar stone, but I was never there alone. The preacher's voice had long gone dry, like even faith refused to try. And every prayer I used to trust turned slowly into dust. The stained glass burning colors red, like every word that I had said was waiting here to be undone by fire rising one by one. The air grew thick, the ground grew hot, like something holy I forgot. And every breath I tried to keep just fell into the heat. I left my soul in a burning church that night, under shattered holy light. No savior came, no hand to reach, just ashes where I used to preach. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to pray, but the fire learned my name that day. And every step I can't retrace still burns through empty space. Still burns through empty space. The cross fell down in splintered flame, like it no longer knew its name. And every hymn that once felt true was swallowed by the burning blue. The pews collapsed like broken vows, like faith that finally disavowed the weight of everything I was and everything it does. I stood there still, I didn't move, like I had nothing left to prove, just watching something I once believed turn to embers I received. The roof gave way, the walls gave in, like it was where it all begins. And every truth I tried to save got buried in that grave. I left my soul in a burning church for me, and I don't think I'm still free. No holy and no sacred line, just fire that remembers mine. Oh, I tried to fight, I tried to stay, but it all burned anyway. And every breath I try to take still carries what I break. The smoke went up like prayers unbound, too lost to ever be found. And in the rising ash I knew there was nothing I could do. Not devil's hand, not heaven's grace, just me and fire in the place where everything I tried to hide was standing right outside. And when the flames had finally spoke, it wasn't wrath, it wasn't smoke, it was the sound of letting go of everything I used to know. It ain't the church, it ain't the flame, it's everything we failed to name. Every truth we try to shirk still burns inside the church. And souls don't always rise or flee, sometimes they stay where they should be, till everything you try to trust turns back in the dust. I left my soul in a burning church that day, and it never went away. No redemption, no escape, just ashes in its final shape. Oh, I tried to run, I tried to pray, but fire doesn't fade that way. And every breath I tried to find still burns inside my mind. Now I don't kneel, I don't return, I watch the embers slowly burn. No faith to hold, no truth to clutch, just what I lost in too much. And if you ever hear that sound of wooden faith collapsing down, don't step inside, don't stay too long, or you'll learn that burning song. The church is gone, the night runs thin, but something voice that don't answer when the wind moves through the trees. Just a stillness made of patience, like it's holding memories. And the air feels thick but empty, like it knows what it has heard, but it never speaks about it, never offers up a word. I walked in without direction, no sound but my own pace, like I was trying to forget something that I couldn't quite erase. Every branch above me bending, but not breaking, not too much, like the world had learned to witness without ever needing touch. Then it happened without warning, not a build-up, not a sign, just a moment where the silence got divided by a line. No echo that can hold it, no return to what it was, and every breath that follows after feels like it's missing, 'cause it was a gunshot in the quiet pines tonight. No wrong declared, no clear right, just something cutting through the air that still refuses to repair. Oh, I stood still, I didn't move, let the moment start to prove that every silence I once knew was only waiting for this through. The trees don't run or shatter, they just carry what is past, like they understand that breaking isn't something that can last. There's no judgment in the branches, no reaction in the ground, just a settling of the distance where the silence used to sound. I look around for meaning, but the forest doesn't care. It just holds a single moment, like it's always been there. No truth to chase, no blame to give, just something that won't let me live. And every step I try to take feels like it's already late. It was a gunshot in the quiet pines I see. It was never just for me. No matter how I tried to hide, it stayed suspended in the tide. Oh, I turned, I tried to flee, but the forest followed me, and every path I thought was gone just led me back into the sound. Now I don't run from echoes, let them settle where they fall. There's no ending in the hearing, just a stillness after all. And it isn't punishment rising, it's just consequence in air, like a truth that once was hidden, now is simply everywhere. And in that quiet realization, with no resistance left to try, I stopped calling it an ending and let it occupy. It ain't the sound that breaks you down, it's what still lingers all around. Every silence you disturb becomes a part of what you heard. And forests don't forget the sound, they keep it buried in the ground. So every step you think is clean still carries what you've been. It was a gunshot in the pines, I know. It never really let me go. No matter how I tried to be, it stayed alive inside of me. Oh, I stood still, I didn't every breath I thought was mine was shaped by that dividing line. Now the forest feels the same still, but I don't hear it that way. Like something changed without changing and never went away. And if you ever hear a quiet that feels too sharp to ignore, don't assume it fades to nothing. It might be what it was before. The night was old, older than the road beneath my feet. I met the devil at the crossroads late, dust on my boots and a heavy fate. He tipped his hat beneath the moonlight glow, said, son, there's places only lost men go. The pines stood still, the fields were dead. A murder of crows flew overhead. The gravel road stretched black and thin, like it knew every secret buried within. I carried regrets in a burlap sack, 100 sins and no way back. The stars look cold above the plain, like heaven forgot my name again. He smiled slow through cigarette smoke, like every promise was a cruel joke. Devil at the crossroads calling my name, every road behind me burning in flame. Devil at the crossroads, black as the night, selling my soul for one more ride. Devil at the crossroads, whispering low, telling me things only sinners know. Devil at the crossroads, eyes burning bright, selling my soul for one more ride. Counties time forgot, past rusted churches left to rot, white paint peeling from the walls, listening to distant judgment calls. An old gas station flickered weak, like a dying prayer nobody speaks. A widow watched from her porch swing, while the night swallowed everything. I saw my reflection in a muddy creek, a tired old ghost who wanted to weep. The man staring back wasn't who I knew, just a shadow stitched in black and blue. The devil laughed and raised his glass, said nothing good was built to last. Devil at the crossroads calling my name, every road behind me burning in flame. Devil at the crossroads, black as the night, selling my soul for one more ride. Devil at the crossroads, whispering low, telling me things only sinners know. Devil at the crossroads, eyes burning bright, selling my soul for one more ride. Mama used to lay beside my bed, begging God to guide where I was led. But prayers grow weak in a broken land when whiskey becomes a guiding hand. The train tracks cried beneath the moon like they knew I'd be leaving soon. Every town I touched turned cold, every promise bought and sold. The devil said, boy, you ain't evil, you're just tired. And tired men make desperate deals. Fields, pale and white, the darkness moved beside the trees, carrying forgotten memories. I heard chain gangs in the wind, heard echoes of where I'd been. The river sang a mournful tune beneath a blood-red harvest moon. The farther we went, the less I knew. If hell was ahead or already through, maybe every mile I'd traveled long had been the devil's road all along. The sky turned black, the stars disappeared, no angels came, no voices near. Devil at the crossroads calling my name, every road behind me burning in flame. Devil at the crossroads, black as the night, selling my soul for one more ride. Devil at the crossroads, whispering low, telling me things only sinners know. Devil at the crossroads, eyes burning bright, selling my soul for one more ride. Devil at the crossroads, take what is mine. I've been running from the truth my whole life. Devil at the crossroads, don't let me hide, selling my soul for one more ride. The devil disappeared before the dawn, like he was never there at all. But every midnight when the cold wind blows, I still hear him waiting down at the crossroads. Carried a worn-out Bible, the outlaw carried a loaded gun. Both men walking toward the sunset, knowing neither could outrun. The preacher's coat was faded black, dust from 1,000 miles on his back. His eyes held storms he'd never told, and prayers that had long grown cold. The outlaw rode a tired mare with scars and bloodstains everywhere. Wanted posters filled the towns, yet no reward could hunt him down. One searched for grace, one searched for peace. Neither man could find release. The preacher and the outlaw ride, two lost souls on opposite sides. The preacher and the outlaw know heaven and hell share the same road. The preacher and the outlaw ride beneath the moon and endless sky. The preacher and the outlaw see the truth ain't what it used to be. They met beside an old saloon, beneath a blood-red harvest moon. No words were spoken for a while, just weary eyes and crooked smiles. The preacher poured a glass of rye, the outlaw stared into the night. Both carried ghosts they couldn't shake, both carried choices they couldn't take back. The town around them slowly slept, while memories they buried crept. Old regrets came crawling near, whispering things they feared to hear. The whiskey burned, the silence spoke, every promise slowly broke. The preacher and the outlaw ride, two lost souls on opposite sides. The preacher and the outlaw know heaven and hell share the same road. The preacher and the outlaw ride beneath the moon and endless sky. The preacher and the outlaw see the truth ain't what it used to be. The preacher said, I've buried saints, I've buried thieves, I've buried men who begged forgiveness on their final knees. The outlaw laughed, I've robbed banks, I've shed blood, but every man I've ever killed was someone's son. Then silence filled the desert air, neither man had more to share, 'cause deep inside they understood the line between evil and good. Darkness lingered with them still. The road stretched on known, through dust and stone, a path neither would walk alone. Coyotes cried across the plain, like mourners singing through the rain. The preacher opened up his book, the outlaw never dared to look. Yet side by side they rode ahead, toward whatever fate had said. Two different men beneath one sky, both preparing for goodbye. The desert remembers, the wind remembers, the dead remember, and God remembers. The preacher and the outlaw ride, two lost souls on opposite sides. The preacher and the outlaw know heaven and hell share the same road. The preacher and the outlaw ride beneath the moon and endless sky. The preacher and the outlaw see the truth ain't what it used to be. Hey! Sing softly through the trees, like a ghost carried on the breeze. Moonlight falls across the grave, where forgotten names slowly fade. Cemetery sleeps below, beneath the silver midnight glow. Crooked stones and weathered crosses, marking lives and silent losses. The earth lies still beneath the frost, guarding stories time has lost. Every shadow, every sigh becomes a part of the night sky. The stars look down, the dead remain, listening through the cold moon rain. This is a dead man's lullaby, a song beneath the midnight sky. Dead man's lullaby, so low, for the souls who couldn't let go. This is a dead man's lullaby, where broken dreams and memories lie. Dead man's lullaby tonight, sung by ghosts beneath the light. An old oak tree stands by the gate, watching over love and fate. Its twisted branches reach above, like hands still searching for lost love. There's a soldier buried near the hill, his rusted metal shining still. A gambler rests beneath the clay, where luck and sorrow slipped away. A lonely widow sleeps nearby, beneath the same eternal sky. The years have passed, the seasons flown, yet none of them are truly gone. The night remembers, the earth recalls, every voice beyond the walls. This is a dead man's lullaby, a song beneath the midnight sky. Dead man's lullaby, so low, for the souls who couldn't let go. This is a dead man's lullaby, where broken dreams and memories lie. Dead man's lullaby, the night sung by ghosts beneath the Hush now, the world grows still. The river slows beyond the hill. The highway fades, the whiskey dries, and every wanderer closes his eyes. No more running,
No more pain,
no more pain,
only moonlight,
only rain,
only silence.
only sleep beneath the soil, dark and deep. The blood moon drifts behind the clouds, wrapped inside a ghostly shroud. The graveyard glows beneath its flame, as if the dead still know my name. I kneel beside a weathered stone, thinking of the years I've known. Every road I've traveled far, every wound and every scar. Then the wind begins to sing through the branches overhead, not with fear and not with grief, but with a strange and gentle peace. The moon remembers, the oak remembers, the grave remembers, the dead remember. This is a dead man's lullaby, a song beneath the midnight sky. Dead man's lullaby, so low, for the souls who couldn't let go. This is a dead man's lullaby, where broken dreams and memories lie. Dead man's lullaby tonight, sung by ghosts beneath the light.
This is a dead man's lullaby,
For every tear and last goodbye,
dead man's lullaby, so slow.
for the souls who couldn't let go. The night grows older, the moon sinks low, the graveyard falls silent. remembers every name, even when the world forgets the same. The graveyard rests beyond the pines, where crooked crosses lean with time. Their shadows stretch through mud and clay, like hands that never went away. The river swells beneath the storm, dark and cold and far from warm. It carries secrets from the dead and whispers words best left unsaid. The thunder speaks, the willow bends, every ending meets its end. 6 feet of southern rain above me, cold wind singing through the trees. 6 feet of southern rain tonight, washing away what used to be. 6 feet of southern rain around me, ghosts still walking sacred ground. 6 feet of southern rain tonight, we're lost souls, never make a sound. There's an old cemetery down the road, hidden where the wild vines grow. No visitors come anymore, only ravens gathering by the door. Names are fading from the stone, like lives erased and overgrown. Yet every crack and weathered scar still tells us who we really are. I knew a man who died alone, with whiskey breath and a heart of stone. Now rain falls equally on saints and thieves beneath these ancient Tennessee leaves. The sky grows black, the river rises, no soul escapes. It's final crisis. 6 feet of southern rain above me, cold wind singing through the trees. 6 feet of southern rain tonight, washing away what used to be. 6 feet of southern rain around me, ghosts still walking sacred ground. 6 feet of southern rain tonight, we're lost souls, never make a I can hear the chains beneath the soil. I can hear forgotten prayers, drowned by time. The preacher's voice is gone, the outlaw's gun is rust. The rich man and the poor man become the same dust, and the rain keeps falling year after year, like heaven crying tears. Nobody can hear. crimson glow paints every grave, every sin it could never save. The storm winds howl through broken trees, carrying ancient elegies. I close my eyes and hear them sing, the dead beneath the rain-soaked wind. Then lightning tears the sky apart, like God reaching for a broken heart. For one brief second all was clear, life and death standing nearer, near. The rain remembers, the dirt remembers, the river remembers, the dead remember. The cotton fields burned under crimson skies, smoke rising where the old house died. Nothing left but memories and dust of broken promises and fading trust. The flames climbed high into the night, painting the clouds with blood-red light. The old porch groaned before it fell, taking its stories down to hell. Photographs turned black and gray as decades slowly burned away. Every laugh and every tear disappeared within the fire. Carried embers through the dark, like souls searching for where they belong. Ashes in the cotton fields tonight, floating softly in the firelight. Ashes in the cotton fields remain, like scars that never fade away. Ashes in the cotton fields below, drifting where the cold winds blow. Ashes in the cotton fields still fall, like ghosts refusing to leave it all. My father worked these fields for years, through sweat and storms and silent fears. His weathered hands knew every row and every seed the earth would grow. My mother sang beneath the sun long before the darkness came. Her voice still lingers in the breeze, whispering through the dying trees. Now the barn stands charred and bare, like a skeleton against the air. The land remains, but something's gone. A chapter closed, a bloodline torn. The smoke rose high, the heavens watched, but no miracle ever stopped. Ashes in the cotton fields tonight, floating softly in the firelight. Ashes in the cotton fields remain, like scars that never fade away. Ashes in the cotton fields below, drifting where the cold winds blow. fires burn homes, some fires burn memories, some fires burn souls. I watched the roof collapse into flame, and with it came the truth. Not everything lost can be rebuilt. Not every wound can heal. Looking down through smoke and flame, the cotton rows stretched black and still, like graves upon a distant hill. I walked where the front gate stood, through ashes, nails, and splintered wood. Every step stirred up the past, moments never meant to last. Then the wind began to sing through twisted and for a moment in the glow, I saw the home I'd always known. The fields remember, the fire remembers, the dust remembers, the dead remember. Ashes in the cotton fields tonight, floating softly in the firelight. Ashes in the cotton fields remain, like scars that never fade away. Ashes in the cotton fields below, drifting where the cold winds blow. Ashes in the cotton fields still fall, like ghosts refusing to leave it all. Ashes in the cotton fields tonight, fading slowly from my sight. Ashes in the cotton fields remain, but nothing will be the same again. By morning, the fire was gone. The smoke had vanished, the house was gone, but the land remained silent, watching, remembering, and beneath the ashes, the past still breathed. crying through the night. Steel wheels rolling without end, carrying sinners where roads descend. The tracks cut through the barren land like scars carved by a devil's hand. No station lights, no town ahead, just smoking shadows clothed in dread. The engine screamed beneath the storm, its iron heart forever warm. Black smoke rising toward the sky like lost souls learning how to die. The farther it rolled through the rain, the louder it called my name. I'm riding that hellbound train, loaded down with guilt and pain. Hellbound train through the pouring rain, no way back from where I've been. I'm riding that hellbound train, past every loss and every shame. Hellbound train through the midnight rain, no salvation on this line again. Inside the cars were weathered men, running from who they'd always been. Gamblers, drifters, thieves and ghosts, each carrying burdens the most. One old preacher sat alone, holding tightly to a worn-out tome. His eyes looked tired, cold and gray, like faith itself had slipped away. Across from him a gunslinger slept, dreaming of promises never kept. The scars upon his hardened face told stories time could not erase. No one spoke, no one prayed, only the wheels beneath us sang. I'm riding that hellbound train, loaded down with guilt and pain. Hellbound train through the pouring rain, no way back from where I've been. I'm riding that hellbound train, past every loss and every shame. Hellbound train through the midnight rain, no salvation on this line again. The conductor wore a black coat, his face hidden in shadow. No ticket punched, no destination named, only one direction, forward, always forward. Past forgotten towns, past abandoned churches, past every chance I ever had. And through the darkness, I finally understood. This train wasn't carrying us to hell, we brought hell with us. crimson light revealed the truth, the sins of age and sins of youth. I looked outside and saw the dead, walking where the tracks had led. Hundreds standing in the rain, watching us pass once again. Their hollow eyes follow the train, filled with sorrow, loss and pain. Not with anger, not with hate, but the weight of forgotten fate. The tracks remember, the engine remembers, the dead remember, and God remembers. I'm riding that